Hello children, today we are going to start the new lesson polynomials. Now let us see what are polynomials. It's an algebraic expression in which the variables included have only non-negative integral power are called as polynomials. The power should be positive and it should be an integer and it should be a rational number. So these are the criteria to be an algebraic expression to a polynomial. There are different types of first we'll learn about coefficient. Each term of the polynomial has a coefficient. Here I have taken one example. We have to find out coefficient of x square in the given expressions. The first term which I have taken, that is 2 plus x square plus x. Now in this term you have to find out the coefficient of x square. So what is there with x square? Any numerical term is there? No, it's not there. Though it is not there, 1 has to be there. So it's a positive 1. So coefficient of x square is positive 1. Go to the next one. There 2 minus x square plus x cube. So what is the coefficient of x square? There's negative 1. So negative 1 is coefficient of x square. Next is pi upon 2 x square plus x. Now with x square, what is the coefficient? Pi upon 2. So that is the coefficient of x square. Next, classification of polynomials on the basis of powers and terms. So on the basis of powers, we'll see there are three different types of polynomials. One is linear polynomial, quadratic and cubic. So what are the powers? Those are degrees. Fine. So first one, take it linear equation. So linear, the highest power of that polynomial has to be 1. So I have taken two examples, that is 3t. So t's power is 1. So that is why it is called as linear equation or linear polynomial. Next one is 1 plus x. So x power is 1. So it is also a linear polynomial. Next is quadratic polynomial. So the highest power has to be 2. So in this example you can see that x power is 2, y's power is also 2, and the third one r's power is also 2. So we can call this as quadratic polynomials. Then third one is cubic polynomial. So where the highest power is 3, we will call it as cubic power. So in the first one x cube is there, and then in the second one also x is cube. So the highest power is 3. So it's a cubic expression. On the basis of number of terms in the given polynomial. So number of terms, if it is only one term is there, so that is called as monomial, because mono is 1. So I have taken two examples, minus 6z and 29 minus 29. These are the two different terms, and only one term is there in each of them. So it's called as monomial. Next is binomial. So where there are two terms, it is called as binomials. So here 5x minus 3z. So 5x and 3z are separated by a negative sign, minus sign. So there are two terms. So it's a binomial. Next is a square b minus 3b square c. So two terms, that is a square b and 3b square 2 is separated by a minus sign. So these are binomials. Then in trinomials, three terms are there. So let's take the first example, that is x plus 2y minus 3z. So three terms are separated by addition and subtraction sign. Next is x z cube plus 27z square minus 27. So here again three terms are there, that is x cube, second one is 27z cube z square and 27. So these three terms are there, so it's called as trinomial. Next is the degree of the polynomial. Degree is highest power. So highest power of the variable is called as degree. In the first question which I have taken, x raised to 5 plus x plus 3. So highest power of x has two powers. One has 5 and the other one has 1. So the highest is 5. So the degree of this polynomial is 5. The next one, y raised to 8 minus y plus 2. So there is one degree, one power is 8, the other power is 1. So highest is 8. So the degree of this polynomial is 8. Next is in 2, the degree is 0. Why? Because if you take 2 into x raised to 0. So x raised to 0 is always 1. Any variable raised to power 0 is 1. So 2 into 1 is 2 only. So the degree of this 2 is 0. Now what is the 0 of the polynomial? So at some point the value of the polynomial will be 0. That point is called as 0 of the polynomial. Now for every polynomial, the one number if you put in the polynomial the value of the variable, that gives you 0 as the answer, and so that answer, that number is called as the 0 of the polynomial. Now if you are taking a linear polynomial, there will be only one 0 for that polynomial. If you take a quadratic polynomial, there may be 2, so maximum 2 zeros you will find out. If the equation, if the polynomial which you have taken, it is quadratic, so maximum 3 zeros will get. It may be 1, it may be 2 or 3, not more than 3. Fine. Next, some important things about 0 of the polynomial. So a 0 of a polynomial need not be a 0. It can be any number also. 0 may not be 0 of the polynomial. Every linear polynomial has one and only one 0. So as I told you in the last slide, that every polynomial which is linear polynomial, the highest degree will be 1 and the 0 also will be only 1. And a polynomial can have more than one zeros. So if the polynomial is quadratic or quadratic, then it has 2 or 3 zeros also. Now in the next exercise, that is 4.2, we are going to find out the value of the polynomial when value of x is given. So here x has three values given: x is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 2. Using all these three values, we are going to find out the value of the given polynomial. So let's do that. So the polynomial given is 5x minus 4x square plus 3. So take first value as 0 and replace it in the equation. That gives you 3 as the answer. In the same equation, we are going to put value of x as minus 1. So put the value of x wherever it is as minus 1 and solve the equation. You will get the value of equation as minus 6. With 2, replace x with 2, will get the value of that polynomial as minus 3. Next, verification of 0. Here you have to verify whether the given value of x is 0 of that given polynomial. Now x value here given is as minus 1 upon 3. So you have to check this value if you put in the polynomial whether it is a 0 or no. So when you replace value of x with minus 1 upon 3 in the polynomial, that is 3x plus 1, you will get 0. So 3 into 1 of minus 1 upon 3 plus 1, that gives you 0. So what does it shows? When you get answer as 0 with using minus 1 upon 3, in that polynomial you will get 0. So the value is the 0 of that polynomial is minus 1 upon 3. Let us take one more example. Here x value is given as 4 upon 5 and the equation is given, the polynomial given is 5x minus pi. So let us replace the value of x with 4 upon 5 and check whether we get 0 or no. So when you do that, you won't get 0. So 4 upon 5 is not 0 of that particular polynomial. Next, you have to find out a 0 for a given polynomial. The here P polynomial x is equal to x plus 5 is the given polynomial. To find out the 0, you have to put the equation like this: x plus 5 is equal to 0. Take y, keep x as it is to the left hand side and take 5 to right hand side, and that becomes minus 5. So x value is minus 5, and that is the 0 of that polynomial. So if you put that value in the equation and if you check, you will get 0 as the answer. One more example is taken, that is polynomial x is equal to 2x plus 5. Here also we have to find out 0 of this particular polynomial. So let us do that. 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, where to put. Then take 5 to the right hand side, that becomes minus 5, and then 2x remains to the left. Then take 2 to the right and divide it, you will get minus 5 upon 2 as x value. So that is the 0 of that particular polynomial. Next, you have to, using remainder theorem, you have to find out the remainder. Usually for the to find out remainder, we do the division. The regular division or long division method also if you do, you will get 0 or remainder of that particular division. But here, without doing the long division, we are going to find out the remainder. The question given is x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. If you divide it by x plus 1, whether the remainder will be 0 or no. So for that, you can divide the whole term with x plus 1 with long division method and you can check it. But instead of doing that, we can do this with remainder theorem. So how we are going to do? So let us take x plus 1 and find out what is the 0 of that polynomial. So x plus 1, if you take is equal to 0, x value is minus 1. So that x value we are going to put it in the given polynomial. So x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, in that you have to replace the value of x with minus 1. When you do that and solve it, you will get value as 0. So remainder of this particular division is 0. So here we end with exercise 4.3. The remaining 2 exercises we will do in the next class. Till then, complete this exercise and be ready for the next one. If you have any doubt,